Well, for the very last time before Sunday's Week 1 opener at Buffalo, Coach Tony Sparano met with the media. And one of the questions he was asked elicited a bit of an entertaining response. The coach was asked, since he came into the league, if things have gotten even more secretive. He seemed to think they did, thanks in large part to the internet and technology.
I say this with all due respect there, with the media, with the internet, with the way people, this Twitter, whole new Twitter world that I'm not up to date on at all. Hey, with the way people can get information nowadays, it's just too easy, and it really can hurt you. I mean, it really can. Something as simple as, as maybe something said that is taken out of context one way or the other, or any of those kind of things can hurt you in the locker room. I mean, it can be an issue. So, from our end, I don't know about anybody else, but I would say there's more than us, throughout the league. It's a little bit better to keep our information as our information. And I mean, God, sometimes I'm a computer dope, okay? And sometimes I can get on the computer and find somebody saying something that they probably shouldn't be saying out there. So if I can do that, some of these guys that are pretty sharp can maybe get a little bit more insight than you would want them to have, I would say.
All right, so the coach isn't totally up to speed on using Twitter yet, but some of his players are. One of those players is Ricky Williams, and Sparano was asked about Ricky's relationship with fellow running back Ronnie Brown, and it is a very special one.
Most of the time, I would think that players of their ability can be really selfish. I would think that they can possibly think that they should be in there all the time, and they should be getting theirs, and they should be the guy handling it all the time. And and what I think is rare about the two of these guys is that they really root for each other. I mean, they really do, and they need each other. They know it. They know that they need each other. They know that they feel like they're in a good spot when one of them is not in the game and the other guy is in the game. And the communication that takes place, I just had this conversation with James Saxon last night. The communication that's happening in the room right now, okay, from time we got here until now, with Ricky right now and Ronnie, and just Ricky opening up and really sharing, good football insight out there. And now, Ronnie being able to go back and forth with him. And then you throw kind of a Cobbs, who's a little bit of a football head in the room, and now you got really good conversations in there about a lot of things, meaning, the blitz stuff and the run game and how you're blocking, what you're blocking, and, what they see in reads. So I think these guys have figured out that they really do need each other, and that, and both of them can be, probably the lead guy someplace else, but they kind of need each other and depend on each other, and the relationship is tremendous.
Finally, on this Friday, we hear what the coach had to say about getting on the same page with cornerback Jason Allen, who will start Sunday at Buffalo.
There was one particular meeting that he and I had, which was a while ago. Might have been right at the very start of off-season program, somewhere in that range. And, we sat down, we had a good conversation, I think sometimes it's good to clear the air that way, because I think that the players think that maybe you already got your mind made up in some situations, and and really I don't. I mean, I look at every year as a complete different deal, and I really do believe that we have players on this team that can develop, whether they're young, whether they're a little older like Jason, that can develop and have the possibility to develop. And in that case, that was some of the information I think that was shared, is just that, that I do believe that there's a guy in there that can be a better football player, and that I'd be willing to give that guy a chance if he was.
So the coach and one of the starting cornerbacks now on the same page, and we'll see what kind of results that yields Sunday afternoon. Be sure to check back to Dolphins.com and thefinsiders.com throughout the weekend as we get ready for the Dolphins and the Bills.